Hello, almost Shabbat Shalom. Many of you are celebrating Christmas. Here celebrating festivities. We are wonderful times. We are times of unity. Times of unity. Hello, everyone. Almost Shabbat Shalom. Let's see, who is here? Okay, so I'll get to it. And unity. I've been talking a lot about unity. This is a key in our development and coming together as a society, as individuals within the society, coming together, unity, and this and unity can be achieved. One of the ways can be achieved through recognizing the other person, recognizing the goodness that the other person is here to show. Now we all have our kinks and our dents and our shticks and whatnot. It is important to recognize in each person the goodness, and to recognize especially the goodness that the other person had in our lives. The goodness, recognize הכרת הטוב. In Hebrew, it's called הכרת הטוב, and it's one of very fundamental sources in Judaism, and I believe in all things that is spiritual, in everything spiritually, is the recognition of the good of the other person. This portion, Parashat Shemot is when the Israelites are starting to be enslaved by Pharaoh, by the Egyptians. So if you've been following up until now, really Egypt was saved because of Joseph's dreams, and Joseph's dreams saying that you need to make Egypt the source of all food, of all the crops, all goodness to be in Egypt. And for 7 years, he directed Egypt in preserving food, and during the time of famine, all the countries were going to Egypt to receive food, because Egypt was the only empire that had all these resources. And so Joseph was exalted, was put in a high position, and the family of Joseph came. Jacob, his brother, then more Israelites came, and they all came and were in Egypt and start multiplying and being allowed in Egypt. Now there is a sentence that he's saying there, and then there was a new Pharaoh, there was a new king who didn't know Joseph, and in the Midrash it talks about that this Pharaoh, it wasn't Coco, hey, Coco, excuse me, thank you very much. Okay, she has something to say as well. So it is not a different Pharaoh, it's actually the same Pharaoh that did not recognize Joseph, that said, oh, I don't know who Joseph is. Now, what happened? Joseph died, and his generation died. And that Pharaoh said, okay, well, Joseph is gone now. I don't know who you are. I don't know who Joseph's lineage is. I just see that these people are multiplying, and comes to war. When war comes, they will just overtake us, and will win the war and win the country, because they're so strong. They have such a stronghold in the country. That was the fear of the Pharaoh of Egypt at that time, that didn't recognize Joseph. Moreover, he said, I don't know who your God is. Where when Joseph was alive, everything was different. The Pharaoh recognized and respected Joseph, and put him to the second in command, respected the God that Joseph worked and believed in. And when Joseph died, suddenly, I don't know who you are. And this is a fundamental lesson that we can see in recognizing somebody else's good. And in the Midrash, I think it was Rabbi Chia that he said, recognize even the solid, even the rock. Respect the rock. Respect the rock because also the rock has a soul. The fact that it doesn't move, it doesn't mean that you don't know that it doesn't exist. Respect the soul of that stone. And if you are able to respect a not moving thing, a stone, a rock, a tree, right? If you're able to respect that and to love that and to give it the respect that it has in the place in creation, then you will most likely respect the person that is with you, or person who has done good for you. When Moses, when there are the plagues and Moses is coming back to Pharaoh and saying, I want to deliver my people, there are the 10 plagues. The first 3 plagues are being executed by Aaron, by his brother, not by Moses. And the rationale behind that is because Moses did not participate in any plague that involved any kind of earth involvement, like the Nile or the locust that comes from earth. Why? Because Moses was, as a baby, put in the Nile, and the Nile did not flip him over. And so God says to Moses, respect the Nile. Now, does that mean that the Nile or the water is going to be upset or offended if Moses doesn't respect it? No. But that is on Moses' character, and that is on our character, on my character. When we are with somebody, you are with somebody in any kind of a relationship, right? Back to relationships. Everything is relationships. When we are with somebody, when we are in any kind of a relationship, take yourself to a relationship that went sour, that didn't go well, that went south, right? Many times when relationships end, and if they don't end nicely, one person accuses the other, another person accuses the third one, and so forth. Not recognizing, not remembering the good times and the good deeds and the good influences that were while with that person. We take a relationship that ended. Many times, especially if you're going through a divorce or you're going through a separation, many times if there is negativity there, suddenly all the goodness was forgot. All the goodness, all the deeds that one person did for the other were forgotten. Because now the sadness, the pain, the negativity is rising. And this is a crucial point to remember. And as we're moving towards this new generation, the new year. We went through the solstice, releasing what really doesn't serve us and going to the new. We're going now through an energetic bottleneck. And the energetic bottleneck can be survived, and we can go through when we're unified, when we are focusing mind over heart, when we're focusing on the good things, on the good deeds, on what was good that happened, especially in a relationship. What is the good that came out of any kind of a relationship? If we remember the goodness of that relationship, we can recognize the good and also be courteous and respectful to the other person. הכרת הטוב, recognizing the good that happened in the past. If you've been through, some of you that I know started a new business. You start a new business, remember the beginning of that business. Remember the beginning of that adventure. People help you. There's hardly anything that we can do that does not involve other people. To be successful, there's always somebody involved. There's always somebody involved in our process. So recognizing the good of that process within the other person, also if it happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago, to remember the goodness and to remember that there is a reason that you've got together. There is a reason you've been together. There's a reason that each of you got together, although it appeared at the time to be not good and negative. There were good things that connected between you. And recognizing the good, recognizing that is a practice to recognize the good that is in each one of us. And we are now in a time of unity. Recognizing this good is a recipe for being in good spirit, being in good energy, being in a high vibration, recognizing this good. This is a universal theme, and it's not coincidental that it happens now in Parashat Shemot, in this Torah portion, during this time of the year, what we're going through, what we are entering, what we are exiting out of, exiting the negativity, exiting what doesn't serve us, exiting all these places that do not do good to our own creation. So recognizing the good in everything. Doesn't matter how much time passed by. Time is of really not importance, only love. Recognizing that is will cultivate this goodness, will cultivate this high energy, this high vibration. So with this time coming, with this weekend, with this Shabbat, with this holidays, whoever is practicing and celebrating the holiday, let's come together with unity. Remember the goodness of this year even. Let's look at this year, what happened this year, these 2 years. And despite the negativity and despite the control that some, and those are in the government and their employers, are inflicting on people, despite that, look at the goodness that happened. Look at the good that happened throughout the time. Look at the good connections that you had with other people. And remember that goodness, because that will bring us to unity. And when we are united, we are all capable of everything and extremely powerful. Shabbat Shalom. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.